Let's get this straight. Terry McLaurin has been the heart and soul of the Washington Commanders for half a decade. He's led by example, played through dysfunction, showed up every Sunday. And now, he feels disrespected. And maybe, rightfully so. We're breaking down the real story behind the social media snub, the contract standoff, and what it could all mean for a potential Terry McLaurin trade. If you love deep Commanders coverage, hit that like button, subscribe to Commanders HQ, and turn on notifications so you never miss a major update. Let's get into it. This whole thing might have started with contract talks, but it exploded because of a tweet. Here's what happened. The Commanders posted a celebratory carousel congratulating several players who got married this offseason. Guess who was missing? Yep, Terry McLaurin, who also got married. He wasn't tagged, he wasn't mentioned, not a single photo. One of the longest tenured, most respected veterans on the team, completely left out. McLaurin didn't say anything publicly, but he liked a fan's tweet calling the move absolutely disrespectful. And that's all we needed to know. Here's the real issue. Terry McLaurin wants to get paid. And honestly, he should. He's entering the final year of his contract. There's no long-term security, and he's carried this offense through 5 different quarterbacks, 3 head coaches, and 2 front office regimes. McLaurin's asking price reportedly mirrors Garrett Wilson's new deal, something around $28 million per year. But the Commanders aren't budging. Why? He's almost 30. We just added Debo. We're still signing other vets. There's cap space, but we want flexibility. It's the same excuses teams use right before they lose a franchise player. Let's zoom out for a second. This team is finally building momentum, new leadership, a rookie QB with superstar potential in Jayden Daniels, and a fan base that's starting to believe again. And yet, somehow, they're risking all that by alienating Terry McLaurin, one of the only consistent leaders this franchise has had in the last 10 years. You don't treat cornerstone players this way, not publicly, not privately, and certainly not on Twitter. Especially not when you've got over $21 million in cap space and Von Miller just signed for up to $10.5 million. If you can afford a 36-year-old pass rusher, you can afford the guy who makes your offense go. That brings us to the elephant in the room. Would the Commanders actually trade Terry McLaurin? There are whispers. Some believe Deebo Samuel was brought in as a potential McLaurin replacement. There's also the age factor. McLaurin turns 30 this season, and Adam Peters has shown he's not afraid to make bold, uncomfortable moves. Now, the Las Vegas Raiders have been floated as a trade partner. They've got the cap space, they've got the need, and they've got a QB in Geno Smith who could use another vet. But there's a twist. Raiders fans don't want him. A poll by Silver and Black Pride showed that 70% of fans said no thanks to trading for McLaurin. The reason? It would likely cost a 2026 first-round pick and slow down the development of their young receivers. So now we're back where we started, with McLaurin still in Washington, still unsigned, and still unhappy. Here's the part that should really scare Commanders fans. This tension, it's happening during Jayden Daniels' rookie year. You want your young quarterback to feel supported. You want his top wideout to have his back. You want stability. Instead, Daniels has to watch as his receiver 1 feels disrespected, underpaid, and possibly on the way out. Let's not forget, McLaurin has already built a strong connection with Daniels during off-season workouts. Losing that chemistry now would be a massive setback. Commanders fans know this story all too well. Brandon Scherff, gone. Trent Williams, gone. Kirk Cousins, gone. Matt Ioannidis, Daron Payne drama, Ryan Kerrigan farewell. It's been years of the team mismanaging its most reliable players and paying for it later. Have the Commanders really learned anything from their past? Because if they let McLaurin walk, or worse, trade him for pennies, they risk repeating that cycle again. Here's the fix, and it's simple. Sit down with Terry McLaurin. Acknowledge the disrespect. Make a fair offer, and rebuild the relationship before camp starts. This isn't about overpaying. This is about respecting a leader, protecting your rookie QB, and keeping momentum on your side. McLaurin isn't just a good receiver, he's the example. You pay guys like him to set the tone for the locker room. You don't force them to feel like they're disposable. Terry McLaurin has earned his contract. He's been loyal, productive, humble. He never made waves until the team pushed him to the edge. Washington has a chance to be different this time. Don't mess it up.